Hey guys, it's Robert from Clearwater Apothecary or cwapothecary.com. Today we are going to be making hot process soap. We are going to use some pine tar. So we do sell smaller batches of this pine tar down to 4 ounces at cwapothecary.com, but we are going to try to make the very popular pine tar that's out there on the internet these days and in most of your stores. So we do ours a lot different. We do add 11 oils and butters to our hot process soap. This isn't going to change. It isn't going to be any different, but this one's going to be 12 because we are going to add this pine tar to it. So we're going to see if we can get a better bar of that very popular brand that's floating around out there. It will also have charcoal in it, so I love charcoal soaps. So we're going to see what we can do, and as soon as I get everything weighed out and separated, I will come back to you. Hey guys, okay, we're back. So I've got everything all measured out, as you can see. Got it in, got it cooking. So today we're going to be making pine tar soap, and you can see the pine tar in there. I thought the pine tar was a much harder oil, but it's actually very liquid like any of the other oils. So that being said, we've got it all in here to melt up and, you know, bring to temperature. It's kind of weird, so I don't know. So we're basically going to mimic that very, very popular pine tar that's out there, the Dr. Squatch pine tar. We're going to try to mimic that and get ourselves a good pine tar. I'm using the same recipe that I do not use on all my other soaps. So even though this has got pine tar in it, we just took the percentage, you know, off of our other soaps to offset for the pine tar. We are going to be putting our aloe in it at the end. I did mix my fragrance oil with this, and so I used a pine fragrance oil, which smelled really good, but I wanted to smell a little bit more tart because of the pine tar. Pine tar's got kind of an abrasive smell. So I added just a little bit of bayberry fragrance oil in here, and yeah, I like the way it smells. Then, you know, we've got our lye water. So I don't know if you can see that with me, but we've got our lye water. So this has no lye in it yet because I'll put that lye in there when we get close to temperature, when these oils get melted and we get close to temperature. So, you know, we're only at 127 right now, so it's just scaling down. I am going to be putting some charcoal in here too, so this is going to be a very dark bar. I don't know if I should add something in there to lighten it up, but I think it's just going to be dark because it's dark now. So anyways, I think in the end we'll have a good amount of charcoal in there. I think I'm gonna mix my charcoal with my fragrance oil, and we'll just make the whole bar black. Can you see what I'm doing here? Sure. Okay. So I'm gonna get a scoop of charcoal here. Put in there. You know, I think 1 scoop will do it. I don't think we need more than that. So this will also help to keep the, I don't put the aloe or the fragrance oil in until the end, so it'll keep this nice and mixed up. You know, usually I put the color in while it's cooking, but I'm not going to use the charcoal as the color. I'm just going to use it at the end. So you see it? So I think it'll, you know, that being as dark as it's going to be, I think it's going to be nice. Hopefully the fragrance oil offsets that oil a little bit because it smells pretty oily. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that compares to the other. So we're getting up there, 178. That is why you wear glasses and a shield. Did you see that splash up on me? Well, it did. Caught me in the cheek. Glad it wasn't in my eyes. So once we get all these melted, I mean, it's going to get to temperature real quick. I mean, it's going to get to over, it's going to get to, you know, over 200 fast. So that's where we want it to be. I'll goggle up, gloves, goggles, mask, all that kind of stuff. So right now we're just gonna stir this and bring it to temperature. 179. We need to get warmer. So in this hot process stick blender method, I do heat our oils pretty hot. So I like to get, you know, 190s in the oils to 200. The lye, you know, once we mix it up, it'll be 189, 190 typically. So so right now all the oils in there are melted. We're at 181. So I'm going to go ahead and gallon up, so we say, and get ready to mix these up. Get my arms down. This is fun. I like to, you know, I like to see what we can do to, you know, make something maybe better. So that's kind of what I'm hoping for this, is make something better. Not saying the other brand's not good. You know, there's just saying that, you know, we use more oils in ours, so I want to continue to do that across the board. So, okay, we're at 190 right now. You know what's funny is it's I use the same temperature in the same way to make our soaps every day, and it's taking longer for this to heat up the pine tar in there. I find that odd. So add the lye to our water over here. You probably can't see me. So I do add a little sugar in the water, you know, before the lye, and I get it melted down really good. The sugar, you know, really just helps it to give some more foam, some more suds, you know, when it's you know, after it's soaked. So I have noticed that it does get more sudsy. So I like having lots of foam from the soap. So you know, sometimes if you don't stir this lye good enough in this water, sometimes it doesn't all break down, you know. So you want the lye completely dissolved in the water. 186, 206. So that's too far of a difference. So I've got the stove off right now. Let's see if we can get this mixture to cool down a little bit while our lye water heats up. How's that? Okay, 210, 180. stuff here so we don't burn ourselves. We're going to plug in our stick blender here. Stick blender is ready to go. Now we just need these to cool down a little bit. Our light water looks good. 202. 181. Really too much of a difference, so tell you, I'm not too sure if I'm a fan of the way that pine tar smells or not. Very popular soap though, so okay. Okay, lye is in. We're just going to kind of stir it around. You know, it's with it being so dark, you know, we can't tell I can't see 188. You know, with it being so dark, I can't really see what it's doing. So it definitely feels different. I mean, it's already setting up. I mean, that pine tar, it is different than the other soaps that we've done. But I do like to just stir this around like this. And I'm going to use the stick blender. We're going to blend her up. It feels like it wants to already volcano. That's what it feels like to me. So we're going to see what happens here, right? Okay, it is working. Let's see if it's going to, oh, sheesh. Boy, that pine tar makes it much, much, much more out there. Look at that. This is why you do not walk away from it. Do not. You know, it's really steamy. Let's check out the temperature. 211. So, you know, this pine tar really made a huge difference in, you know, the way it acts. Because it's not this active in our other batches, that's for sure. I love the volcanoing, but look how fast it's acting and setting up, and it's crazy. This is cool. It's very steamy. 205. Boy, that pine tar made it hot, didn't it? I didn't even get a chance to put the cello on here before it was growing. So I'll put it on now. Well, that was crazy. That was fun. I think it's dyed itself down, so it's not misbehaving. 181 still. This is a whole new batch. I've never done the pine tar, so I'm just going to keep you guys on. You can, watch it with me. This has been a totally different experience for me. So, we've got our other soaps down where the we pretty much know what to expect. We know the time frames. We know its limitations. We know, we don't know everything, I don't think, but we know close. So we're just gonna, we've never done this one. So it looks like it's not as active. Looks like it might be trying to behave a little bit. Okay, so we got it at 167. What's funny is not kind of other than the smell. Now it's kind of acting like our other soaps. So So it's still working because I can see that our cello there is still getting all puffy. It's 178. So this bar is going to be totally black because I mixed all the charcoal with this, so it will be totally black. You see? And I will mix this in at the end just because I want it mixed in really well. It looks like it's going to be kind of a brown color. So if I would have waited, I could have done two-tone brown and black. I think this bar we're just going to do just solid black. So we'll see how it goes from there. But see how it's still puffing up. So it's still saponifying. It's still reacting. It says it's 168, but it's reacting still. How fun is this? This is going to be a long video, but I don't want you guys to miss anything. So, since I've never made it, don't really know what it's going to do, you guys can be there for the whole process. $166. You know, normally I do the taste test, you know, when this gets down to the point where it's done, but I just don't think I'm going to do the taste test with this. I mean, I know when it's going to be done, but I don't know. Maybe I'll dare myself and try it. Not going to do it until it gets down cooler temperature. I can still see that's puffing up, so I know it's still working. Alright guys, sorry I just peered a little bit, but now you can see this kind of has gone down a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and take it off. I am going to keep my mask on though, just for a little bit, and my goggles. Well, you know, it looks like tar. It is feeling like soap too. We're getting there. 173, not done yet. It's acting like our other soaps though. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and shut down right now while it's finishing doing its thing. I think it's probably going to be another 5 or 10 minutes. And I will bring you guys back on when I add the aloe and stir it, and we'll put it in its container. See you in a sec. Okay guys, this has been done cooking. It's probably been about, I don't know, 20 minutes, half hour. I think it's getting there. It's like soap to me. Still not fond of the smell. Got a pretty potent pine tar smell. 135, you know. Doesn't seem to be zapping my tongue. So, it's done. I'm going to add my aloe, my charcoal to it. So, it would be kind of cool if this was brown and black. Maybe I should have added the charcoal, you know, later. But anyway, it's added now. So after you add these, you know, the aloe, then it, you know, it really cools down. So, you know, I've wanted to always make sure that when I add the aloe and the fragrance oil, and in this case I've also added the charcoal, that the soap is done. Because the, you know, when you add the cool liquid, it basically is going to slow the process. It's like adding ice, you know, to things, because it basically just slows that process down. It'll even bring it to a stop if you know, if you're adding enough, you know, coolness to something that's warm. So here I'm just going to stir it and stir it. And got 127. Got kind of a brownish black color. The color is about the same as you expect, you know. You know, we're using the charcoal for our color. So, you know, I don't know if we could add more charcoal to it, but I think I'm just gonna stick with this batch. You know, the aloe's gone in there good. Kind of looks like a big turd, but I think that's what our competing brand looks like too. It's going to be interesting to see what it's like when I take a shower with it in a few days. 122. So I think I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and put this in its container. Let it cool down. My next batch I might try to do like a two-tone, you know, I'm going to kind of call this turd. Two-tone turd and black, maybe, you know? I don't know. I want to get that in all the all the crevices. And so, you know, when I redid my my process to offset the, you know, for the pine tar. So you have to make sure when you do that, you know, you readjust, you know, your other oils too. So I always use soapcalc.com for their calculator. You know, I do. The calculators work pretty well for me. I use it for a lot of things. So it seems that it's always been pretty accurate. So I've enjoyed using it. I know there's lots of good calculators out there. So I think for anybody, you just gotta, you know, take your pick on which one you like, which one's worked for you. I know I'm kind of babbling on, but we're almost done. I want to get this outside. See, I put it outside because it's 35 degrees out there, so who needs a fridge, you know, when it's 35 degrees out. So you know, I do what I can to kind of make the bar look, you know, kind of different. A little bit on top. I don't like it, you know. I don't like just the same old thing, but hey, there's my there's our pine tar soap. So that was a unique experience. You know, we'll see how it sets up tomorrow. We'll see what it does, but you know, our fragrance, our pine and our Bayberry Fragrance that I added to it definitely, you know, toned down the smell of the pine tar. So we'll see what it does tomorrow, and in the next couple of days I'll shower with it and see how we are. So anyways, again, it's Rob at cwapothecary.com. Any of our oils, pigment powders, butters, any of these you can buy on the site. Well, you can't buy it on the site, it's not there yet, but it'll be there shortly. Make sure that you you know, share, like, subscribe, and hit the bell on our videos so we can continue to do this for you. And stay tuned for the next video. We'll be putting up probably 10, 12 soap videos over the next couple weeks. So thank you for watching. Okay, so here's my pine tar with aloe. I just brought it in from outside, where outside is my refrigerator, of course, because it's like, you know, in the high 30s out there. So I'm going to go ahead and unmold it and set it aside. I'll cut it tomorrow, but I'm going to unmold it, see what it's like. So, never done this pine tar, but it's unmolding like all my other soaps. So, I'm kind of curious to see what it's like. I don't know. Let's see what it does here. So, well, there it is. Yeah, I don't know. It's soap for sure. Yeah. Smells like pine tar. With a little bit of pine fragrance in there. So, there's my soap. I'm not going to cut it right now. I don't cut it until, you know, the next day. So, I'm just going to let it set out here tonight and harden off a little bit, and I'll come back and we'll cut it tomorrow. So till then, I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Okay guys, so I've let this set out overnight. You know, it's a really nice looking loaf, actually. So we are going to get ready to cut it and see where we're at with it. So I'm still not a big fan of the smell. I mean, it smells like pine tar, so I guess you'd have to be a fan of that, but I'm not. But let's cut this up. I'm going to use some here in a few days and see how I like it in the shower. But it's moist. But, you know, we let all of our bars, you know, sit for a week. So, before we use them, I think it needs, you know, there's still a little bit of moisture in there. So, I've had good luck with letting them, you know, stay out for a week. And, I don't know. Kind of small, 4.2. I need to get one of those cool cutters, because this is not a cool cutter. 4.4. It's weird that these bars are a little lighter than ones that usually come out of our loaves. .7. So anyways, this is the this is the pine tar, except this is our recipe for pine tar. You know, it's kind of the same recipe to, you know, trying to make the same type of soap, but it's got our spin on it. We do use at our soaps, we do use 11 oils and butters. So with the, you know, with the pine tar here, this one's got 12 in it. It does have aloe. I put aloe in it. So anyways, I can tell it does need some time to to dry out. It's got quite a bit of moisture in it, but it is soap, and so, you know, here in a few days I'm gonna take some home and I'm gonna try it out and see what the rave for pine tar soap is. Anyways, guys, you're probably tired of looking down. I'm tired of looking up. Anyway, so that's it. So you know, you could always go to cwapothecary.com. We're gonna have all this soap and everything up there posted this weekend. I got pictures coming, YouTube videos coming. So anyways, we're gonna keep going. All of our products eventually in the next couple weeks, oils, everything in bulk will be on our website, so you'll be able to go there and pick them up at a great wholesale price. Please like and share, hit the little bell, subscribe, do all that kind of stuff to keep us going. Thanks, talk to you soon.